You want to ban gun songs from Jamaica, well fine. But ban it cause you want to help the genre. No blame it for crime.
Wagwan people, it's your girl CC. Gonna try and be as upbeat as possible as my usual self, because the topic that I will be speaking about today is not such a happy topic. It is my hope that you share this specific video, that it will reach thousands and even millions of Jamaica in and around the world. So I implore you who is listening right now to share this video before you even go any further, as I will be addressing the latest comment coming from the Prime Minister in regards to dancehall music and how it negatively impacts Jamaica and affects crime. This is what Prime Minister Andrew Holness had to say. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has lashed out against the violence-laced music being produced in Jamaica in recent years, stating that it is degrading to the island's culture. The Prime Minister also hailed roots reggae artist Chronix for producing violence-free music and said government will pay more attention to the creative arts to ensure the quality of the culture is maintained. In the last few decades, our music has been overtaken by violence. I thought all the dub plates that they made for election, those were really bad man music. But anyway, by the music we are producing, we are devaluing our culture, which is a very important asset for our economic development, Holness said on Tuesday. He was addressing the opening of the Jamaica Stock Exchange Regional Investment and Capital Markets Conference, where Chronix, backed by acoustic guitar, performed a few of his songs, including Majesty and I Can. Commenting on the state of Jamaica's music today, the Prime Minister noted that Chronix came and he sang and not one of his lyrics had to do with anything about violence. He is one of my favorites. I listen to him all the time. Holness said Jamaica's music had become anthems for progressive thinking, freedom, and resistance, and had elevated the country in the eyes of the world. However, he said that serious work needs to be done in our creative industries so that we can produce works of arts that are edifying and uplifting to the society. Mr. Prime Minister, seriously though, you're trying to point fingers at dancehall music that has fed so many poor people? Now, in a time like this, where Jamaica is facing a murder epidemic, the first and the only place the Prime Minister sees fit to point fingers is at the music, dancehall music. To be fair, I would be a barefaced liar to say music has absolutely no influence on people, especially misguided or uneducated youths. But that is not even 5% of the problem. And I know I speak for many Jamaicans when I say we reject that claim, Mr. Prime Minister. Is there a gun factory in Jamaica? Is there an ammunition factory in Jamaica? The answer is hell to the no. That means guns and ammunition is imported from elsewhere to the country.
Yeah, goody. Talk out your nice clean mouth.
How is it so much arsenal managed to slip through the port authorities undetected? I guess the metal detectors just don't work, and the manual searching of vessels just don't yield any fruits. It is so bad that when a shipment of drugs or guns get busted, then the public reaction is something like this. Rotted, somebody no get pay. Or, hey, smaddy leak. So Mr. Prime Minister, you know the first hole you need to stop up where a leak. The ports of entry is how the guns and the weapons reach in Jamaica, because I have already outlined Jamaica does not manufacture guns. Please note that none of these youths behind the gun are kung fu ninjas. Without the gun, they are disabled.
Talk truth.
And next thing, the police force needs major reformation. Police officers are significantly underpaid and at the same time overburdened. If a police officer cannot afford to live good and provide adequately in a time like this for his family, that officer will fall victim to corruption.
Talk truth.
No disrespect to the police officers on this statement that I'm about to make. But you ever see rich man Pitneytown police? Or a man who can afford to give his children the right start? No. Mostly poor man children join the police force to try and rise above their circumstances. So an underpaid, overburdened officer can easily turn his head the next way and make something slide past and collect $100,000.
Talk truth.
He does that without even thinking twice. Increase police officer wages, give them better benefits, and most importantly, better training. By the way, who is the watchdog for the police officers to make sure they don't fall out of line, especially where corruption is concerned? Who does the police answer to when they are seen living lavishly, where their lifestyle just don't add up according to their monthly salary? Nobody. But as soon as a person from the inner city build a house that seems too nice or too big and drive a very nice vehicle, the government wants all sorts of proof when and where this person acquired their money. Now on to Jamaica prison shit system, because that is not a system. That is nothing but the headquarters or training facility on how to become a more formidable, better equipped criminal. Everybody mixed up with everybody. And just like Outer Road, you have a Dan who run off the prison. Your ratings in prison go according to the crime you committed. And that's the place you send first offenders, people who get in a little squabble, a little domestic squabble, bust up a man's head, traffic offenders, and low-level crimes. Let's talk about social intervention. Broken homes is our next thing. Most Jamaican fathers are delinquent. There is not a system that is in place to hold these very irresponsible men for the actions of their very busy penis. Social workers in Jamaica, what is their purpose? This is where the root of crime begins, in the homes. Is there any social intervention? How effective is it? No disrespect to you, Mr. Prime Minister, but your Zozo crime fighting plan is one of the dumbest in the world. This is what happened when your plan went into action. We refer to it as the balloon effect. You squeeze and lock down St. James, and the criminals just simply lock them gun and migrate to St. Elizabeth. After a 6-month period, everything cooled down. The army personnel and the JCF start to move out of the area. The gunman return, and guess what? Back to their regular activities.
Talk truth.
Mr. Holness, it is okay to say, I am stressed out, I am confused, I cannot manage. But do not hold the country at ransom, all because you are eager to hold on to power.
You want to ban gun songs from Jamaica, well fine. But ban it cause you want to help the genre. No blame it for crime. Where you feel like the lady were blind. You want me to refresh on the mind, bring on back in a time. Okay, let's start from 1989 or 1980. No, let's start from 1965 when politicians start make garrison to keep them alive. In a bullet them up with people that dive. Yeah, them build gangs and dance a lot. And then them issue guns and funds. What you think would happen after that? Go research Newton's third law, bridging, that's a fact. So what you cry for? This is just the aftermath. Go check the crime rate back then. Tell me what's the stats? I just the sheriff Bob did shot. What's the catch? No gun song never did I make a tell man lock no strap. And people still did I dead right? I guess not. Welcome gun pan tick dan gog and hands a clap. Welcome rude boy dan dada. That's a clash. Bundy and beanie weird. A cabra that. Oh boy, watch how the fans are rock. Again.
Viewers and subscribers, this is an active discussion that we need to have. We will have to help ourselves. If we are going to depend on the government to do so, it is not going to happen. Pointing fingers at derogatory dancehall music is not going to fix anything at all. Remember to like, comment, share this video, and definitely let us engage in the comment section.